This video is a quick overview of how proficiency-based, personalized learning by learning objective will work in Mrs. Landon's math class this year. Please make note though, this is not a self-paced course. It is expected that all students stay on pace with the learning material, or if they choose to pace themselves ahead, they have that option. The classroom is structured with a variety of flex spaces. During class lecture, students will sit at individual student desks or at the various high tops in the back. During work time, students will have a choice to either work collaboratively at these high top tables in the back with bar stools or a dining table. They can also choose to work along the side individually by themselves, stay at the student desks to work, or choose a comfy spot. The flexing environment in our classroom has been very productive. Here are some examples of how the students have used the collaborative spaces in the individual desks in previous years. Comfy spots have also been a great option for students to use. Parents, don't worry if students choose these locations. I do keep an eye on them and make sure they're still doing their mathematics. In my classroom, if you are paced ahead on the material, I actually give you the option to flex out of the classroom into either the student commons located across from the office or in the media center. There will also be the option on review days, if you are paced on schedule or paced ahead, you may qualify to be able to flex out into these various areas. The tools that students will use for learning are primarily the note packets that's supplied to them at the beginning of each chapter, which actually has an outline of the notes we will be taking and the daily homework that will be assigned. Schoology will then be used as the primary tool for submitting homework and getting feedback on the quality of work being done. Everything is nicely organized in Schoology by either using the side calendar here where you get a weekly view, or if you click on the calendar, you can see the schedule for the entire semester for the course. The curriculum on Schoology is set up in a similar fashion for every chapter. They all begin with the resources folder where students can find the blank note packets and other miscellaneous resources. The various sections that will be covered for a chapter will be highlighted with their individual folders. This particular course in chapter has 7 different sections. At the beginning of the learning, students will start with a pre-quiz by learning objective. If they are proficient on a pre-quiz before the learning even begins, they will be able to skip that learning objective, not take notes, and will not have to do the daily homework with that. For those learning objectives they were not proficient on, they will then partake in the note-taking and doing of the daily assignments. If you follow the flow here, you're going to notice that there are 3 sections of notes that will be taken, followed by some ACT prep and some review of those sections. Students will then have a formal quiz by learning objective, which is a paper-based assessment. After that, the learning starts over again with the next few sections and another quiz until all the learning is done. Sometimes a chapter may have a project. If not, we go into the chapter review by learning objective, where students will have a video for review and answers posted. It will be followed up then with a chapter test, and at that time, students will turn in their note packet, which will be graded by the quality of their completion of the notes. A typical daily learning will start with note-taking. The most popular form of note-taking students choose is class instruction or seminar, which is basically just me lecturing to the course as you would expect in a normal classroom. However, I do give students 2 other choices. They may choose to actually read the textbook. If they do that, they can either go here into the appropriate section folder and they can find the book notes online, which should be referenced here. Or they could just use the hard copy books we have in class. The other option is to watch a video of me going over the notes. The videos are actually embedded within each sections, and students can watch these videos and take notes using the actual note packets that were supplied to them earlier in the chapter. If your student likes to reference videos, I highly recommend that they go into YouTube and bookmark the playlist either for Algebra 2 or for FST. These videos are all located on YouTube, but they are also embedded within Schoology. Once note-taking is done, students will actually start and do their homework within these green puzzle pieces. The daily assignments are considered the formative assessments. They can be found in the note packet so students can have a place to actually write and show all of their work. All of these questions, though, are online where they can click on the green puzzle piece and submit the work. These are the quizzes. They're typically going to be different formats of questions listed here. There also will be times that students will be asked to take a picture of their work and upload it so I can check it visually. Students will be required to meet a particular proficiency level for their course. For Algebra 2, it's 60% or higher. For FST, it's 70% or higher. If after 3 tries their homework is not proficient at that level, they will be locked out, but then they can seek me and I will help them to be able to move forward. The due date for assignments is the next day per the date it's posted in Schoology. The deadline for these assignments is going to be when we have our chapter test. Any work not submitted by that chapter test will earn a 0 and cannot be made up. These daily assignments are one type of formative assessment which will encompass 20% of the total course grade. The other two types of assessments could be worksheets or quizzes. Typically, after we've done 2 or 3 sections of work, we will either have a formative quiz or a worksheet. If it's a worksheet, it basically just means it's not retakeable. Students can do it in class using their notes, but it must be turned in at the end of the hour. If it's a quiz, they have to take it without their notes and by themselves, and would be due at the end of the hour. However, this assignment would be retakeable one time. If they want to retake a quiz, what you would do is first, all formative work on Schoology must be completed up to the sections on the quiz content. Students then need to complete a quiz reflection form and submit the confirmation email they get onto the Schoology quiz to show they reflected about their quiz performance. The third thing is to correct the original quiz that they took, and then when they are ready, to retake only the missed learning objectives from the first quiz. The deadline for the retakes is at least 1 day before the next quiz or test, whichever is coming up first. The next component of a student's grade are the summative assessments, which account for 80% of the grade. This consists of either the chapter tests or the projects. When we have a chapter test, it must be taken on the day assigned in Schoology, and this is a paper-based test. We will have 3 projects during the entire year. We have one on Chapter 1 in first quarter related to statistics, one on Chapter 5 in quarter 3 related to trigonometry, and one at the end of the year in our 4th quarter grade, which is related to the algebra skills learned over the course. This is really the functions, the stats, and the trigonometry being covered, one project per each topic. Students will have the opportunity to retake chapter tests as long as the following requirements are met. First, at the time of the test, all formative work must be completed prior to the original test, otherwise there is no retake option. Because of the timing, it's important to note there are also no retakes for assessments given in the last week of the quarter. The retake process has a 1-week window in order to get the retake done, and the new score that the student gets is the final score. We will not revert back to the old score. Now, after I hand back the test, that 1-week window starts. How do you retake? First thing you need to do is meet with me no fewer than 2 days before the deadline to go over your test, get the relearning problems, and schedule your retake time. After that, you need to adequately do the relearning problems. You can check the answers on Schoology. In our retake folder, I have all the solutions posted. Seek out help and come and see me if you need it. Make sure to prepare for retaking the entire test, so study everything. Just do not study the relearning problems that were identified. All the content is still going to be there. The retake then needs to be done before 2:45 on the day of the deadline. I just went over a great deal of material in a short amount of time. You were all supplied this flow chart to help you better understand the cycle. So you're more than welcome to look through steps 1 to step 7 on exactly how a chapter's learning would go for a typical student. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know we're going to have a great year.